So how long does this entire process take? For example, if somebody has to donate blood, do they actually have to like take a leave from work? And how much time do they have to spend in the blood bank for this entire process to finish?
So the actual process will include a part where you have to come and do a formality of registration and answering some questions, filling up a questionnaire and a form. So that might take between 15 to 20 minutes. And then there is a process of screening the person. So we have a two-stage screening. We have a social worker who asks some questions and fills up the questionnaire. We'll talk about some of that later. Then we have a place where we take height, weight, and we take the hemoglobin, check the hemoglobin in a sequential manner. So if the person is low weight, and then we really don't have to poke the person and then reject them, because if the low weight person gets rejected. So we have a stratified way of doing it. It's sequential. You answer the questions. If you qualify, you go on to the weight. Then if you qualify, we'll check the hemoglobin and go down that stream. So that might take about 5 or 10 minutes more, where the doctor also sees you and reinforces the facts both ways. Then the donation itself might take about, active part of the donation might be about 10 minutes or less. And then you'll have to rest for about 10 minutes before you go into the refreshment room, so that we monitor you. Somebody who feels faint can be at rest quickly. There's a time of waiting in the refreshment room under observation for another 10 to 15 minutes, and then you leave. So overall, if you reach the blood center and things are not too busy, I would anticipate about an hour or not more than an hour and a half within the blood center to donate blood. That's the time that is required. And at a camp, it depends upon how well the camp is organized, how many people are coming to the camp. Sometimes when we do large camps where we have 100 or 150 donors, we try to segment the donors and bring them in only at the time that they have to come in. It's a matter of organizing that, but actually it should not take more than an hour and 15 minutes for all this activity to happen.
And so, for example, if I come in the morning to donate blood, say I come at 8 o'clock, I finish by 9 o'clock, should I go to work after that, or what kind of work can I do in the day?
So the issue that we are looking at is about your blood volume and hydration status. Generally, now we encourage people to drink a little water before and during the donation, or just after the donation, so that the fluid volume in your body is maintained. You've just given up about 450 mils of blood. So there is some liquid part of your circulation which is lost. You can go back and do your normal office activity for the day. If you're working in an office, if you're working as a medical doctor, there should not be any problem. What is discouraged is doing strenuous activities. Don't go and try to do a half marathon on the day, or don't try to do some hill climbing or trekking on that same day. Or don't try to do any unusual activity that will make you feel dehydrated and then faint. Otherwise, you can just carry on activities of daily living as usual. People who operate things like airplane flights, or you're a pilot, or you're operating very heavy machinery, you should be a little cautious, and you should be clear that you're well hydrated and you're conscious and others know that you have donated blood. But otherwise, we really don't restrict activity for that day. For that day, just take it easy, drink enough fluids, and undertake only normal activities. John, you want to add to that?
Yes, I think that pretty much covers whatever. So avoid doing a lot of and also make sure that you have somebody you came with, because if you're traveling long distance after the donation, it might not be very ideal if you're climbing on a bike, sitting on a bike and traveling for another 45 minutes after donation. So that in itself is a trigger, and it's a very stressful activity after the donation, especially. So make sure you're coming with somebody so that you can very comfortably go back. So that's all I would like to add.